So just camping in Iceland for a week. And it's interesting because the weather was terrible. Even in the middle of summer, it's like 50 degrees, sleeting, sunshine for a minute, then rain again. It made me think of actually mental health, because in Iceland, the people are some of the happiest in the world for no apparent reason. Like, the weather's terrible. It's cloudy all the time. But what they do have is community, and there's also beauty here. Even though winters are horrible and might go to negative 50 degrees, there's beauty in the summer. There's flowers that bloom, even from lava, plants and flowers bloom. And a lot of times that's how it is in our own lives, that through hardship, through the ugly things, beauty can come. And before you think this is just some great, I feel better now, thank you for the motivation, I went through hard things, now things will go great, I do realize that in clinical depression and anxiety, it is your brain telling you, like, it's winter. Even when things should be going fine, that your brain is saying, it's winter, things are terrible, and sometimes you need medication to change that. But I think a good philosophy is like, well, what do we need to do to turn off the part of our brains that's always saying it's winter, things are terrible, but then realizing, okay, now I've gotten past that hump, how can I stop taking that medication, and how can I go back to living life, a normal life, which means that there are summer seasons, there are winter seasons, there's fall, there's spring, there's ups and downs. Because sometimes you go through terrible things and you feel terrible about it, and that's completely appropriate. That's the way you should feel, that's part of being human. But the question is, how do we take that and make sure that we go back to the normal fluctuations of being human, rather than trying to always be up, whether it's through stimulants or through medicines that are more addictive, unless they're absolutely necessary. How do we find that joy? How do we live life, a normal fluctuation of life? Sometimes that's ketamine infusion, sometimes it is psychiatric medication, just knowing how to taper them so that you're not on them long term, or you're not on them forever, or that you can decrease the doses, or you don't have those terrible side effects. But just something I was thinking of this week as I was traveling through the beautiful country of Iceland, despite its harshness.